Welcome to the chat. Jazzy, I see you already moved over into the stream. Chat, how are you today? You can unmute.
Hey everybody. Hi Peter.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
You're doing okay. I don't know why you're nervous. I know you said that you're nervous, but you shouldn't be nervous. You're in this call all the time.
I know I am.
So,
Caw.
yeah, kaka. So, Jazzy, to start off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself without doxing yourself, of course?
Can I lie? No. So I'm Jazzy. I am originally from New Jersey. I'm in my 40s. I'm a registered nurse. I worked in the emergency department for like 16 years. Before that, I was on the ambulance as an EMT for some years after I dropped out of college at 18. The original time, the first of many times I went to college. And I changed recently into mental health, but I'm still a registered nurse. And I play games and hang out on the stream, and I'm kind of goofy. I'm an acquired taste, I think.
Well, thank you very much for the introduction. Can you tell us how you came to be part of this community? You've been here for about how long, and how did you find us?
Okay, so, well, it goes into how I met you, but I played a game with Peter, and Peter started this stream through that game, and through just communication back and forth. One day we were talking, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't get back to you quick enough. I was streaming." I'm like, "What do you mean streaming?" And I know Peter said that that's how some people have found him here before. Um, but so I think I like followed him then, and then I didn't really follow the stream. But I would come on if I saw something like when he was live for the game. And then I started hanging out a little bit more, especially when in that game our two teams had a big battle together. And it was fun to kind of watch. He was streaming, like attacking me and like attacking my team, and there's a lag, and I was trying to see where he was going next, and I knew that as soon as he said, "Oh yeah, well Jason's loaded, I'm gonna go and kill him now," one of my old teammates, and he would, as soon as I saw him load, I knew that I needed to defend because he was close enough to where he was gonna go. So I would try to watch and see what was going on.
Okay, so that's how you found the stream, and now you're a little more involved in the stream. You do help a lot behind the scenes. Can you tell us a little bit about the day to day? I know I talk to you a lot. I talk to a lot of mods. I consult with a lot of people, especially you. Um, what kind of stuff happens behind the scenes, and what are you helping with regards to this stream?
Um, there's a lot that goes on, so this will go into more about really about Peter. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes. Like you guys see like pictures and emotes and these cool backgrounds and different things that have evolved over time. But like it's kind of interesting. I get to see like sometimes Peter will call and we'll be talking and he'll like go live, but not live, but he'll like go on camera and I'll see this view and he'll like be like messing with his stream, be like putting things together and building the streams and oh, I need a picture for this, and oh, can you help me find a picture for that, and different things like that. And there's like a lot of graphics and a lot of like the emotes and stuff, which they aren't built by me. Like they're stolen. Most of them are stolen. I put things together. I'm not like a graphic artist or anything. We can't put a lot of that stuff on any kind of coffee mug, you know what I mean, and sell it. As is most emotes out there. But there's a lot, and there's a lot of planning, and I mean, this man's head is always spinning. Like he is, and he's so focused, and he's like a bunch of different people all wrapped into one because he is extremely focused sometimes. Very serious individual at times. Very not necessarily the Peter that we all know and love, even though we still know and love him that way. But he puts so much into this that he has to stay focused. There's he does research, and there's so much. So a lot of it is like trying to keep up with that and trying to give ideas, and he'll ask our opinions, and just stuff like that. And honestly, like, there's just a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. So, to summarize, that, Jazzy does do a lot of stuff. A lot of these emotes that you guys love to use, a lot of that is Jazzy either taking clips and shortening them and posting them, sending them over in the appropriate emote size so that you guys can use them. I'm focused on a few other things other than that, but the small details like the emotes and stuff, that's usually Jazzy behind the scenes, and that's why we gave her the artist badge. She always also, with the Be Right Back or the anniversary subathon, those visuals, the texts, she doesn't like mine, and you can usually tell which one is mine and which one is hers. Those are hers, and mine are right above her. So you did mention that how we met and how you met this channel, how you found this channel was through a game. Now we all know that's War Dragons. We don't stream that anymore, but it does bring up something I want to ask you, because I do know how passionate you are about this game. You are like me 2 years ago, where I was balls to the wall crazy about that game, and my life revolved around that game, which I do know how passionate you are. Now, this stream used to be exclusive War Dragons content, but especially it started to change during the subathon last year, and now it's gotten to the point where we almost never stream War Dragons. Maybe once in a blue moon, if there's something really big happening, we'll stream it, but usually we've moved away from that content. Can you tell us a little bit about how it's been seeing that change, how you feel about it, and how you think it's affected or benefited or not benefited this community?
So being so passionate about War Dragons and wanting to see that game survive, I always have to have this very positive, always outwardly positive about it, even when I'm frustrated with it myself. If some people are frustrated, I have to try to bring that positivity, and it's very difficult with Peter to try to bring the positivity to him. But when he was saying, I think I need to move content because, this is my career right now, I was like really hesitant, and he had a conversation and explained to me like how that game is dying, and we know that, and how he can expand himself. And after that conversation, I trusted his words with it, and he made sense, and I was like, okay, all right, it makes sense. But it really, I'll tell you, it has opened up a whole new world to a lot of people, and to us meeting a lot of people, and for me to actually expand my interests in other things. Not that I'm going to be playing a lot of this stuff that Peter plays, but we've talked about this. For me to understand retro games, and actually, I know the music of some of these games now. I know like the Battletoads level with the little disc, and I know like which ones are the hard games, and like it's interesting to like have lived that through the stream. And a lot of it is because Peter challenges himself, or people do challenge him, Punch Out, Battletoads, etc. And I see that stress that he has, and he'll kind of confide in me a little bit about, oh, I'm really stressed. I'm like, you got this, And for me to see all that change, I got to meet all these new people, like David and Randy and Butcher more recently, and like there's so many people that I got to meet that aren't these awesome people like Oregon, and the people that I know just from War Dragons. I got to meet all these other people, and the community's just grown so much.
Yeah, and I think a big thing, you talked about meeting new people and building new relationships. It's been very difficult to do that, especially now since COVID hit a few years back. Now, you did mention at the beginning that you work in the medical industry. You worked in the emergency department.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, if it's not an emotionally damaging topic to talk about? I'm really curious to hear about. Um, First of all, thank you very much for all that you did during that time. Um, I highly respect anyone who worked in the medical industry, nurses, doctors. It's not an easy time,
No.
um, but it changed a lot of things, how we meet people and everything like that. Um, but did it affect you in any way? And how bad was it in those hospitals at that time?
So it's gonna. You might have to like redirect me during this, and feel free to cut me off to redirect me because I will ramble for 3 hours. Um, so COVID was. It's like one of those traumas that you go through in life. Like I think of like when my mother was young and Kennedy died, and maybe 9/11 for me and some others. Like COVID was another one of those. It's like one of those like shocking. I mean, it was for everybody, of course. We all have our own experiences with it. But the fact, like being in the hospital in the ER, one of my things, and I am appreciative of everyone that says thank you. And it's fine now when people are like that, and you're welcome. But I remember all the signs, oh, heroes this, heroes that, and whatever. And I'm like, excuse my language, but I'm not your fucking hero. Heroes choose to do shit. I'm stuck doing this shit because this is my fucking job, and I hate it. Like that's how I was at the time. Um, yes, I care about people, and yes, I wanted to take care of them, but I was scared. And so, yeah, it was a difficult time. And I actually like had like a little bit of a nervous breakdown at work. Where not like I was just really upset one day. And I ended up where like they actually moved me to another area where I was more calm because they put these big murals up of nurses with their like with the mask face and whatever, and it was to honor us, and all this stuff is to honor us, but living it was sucky. I'm doing that thing where you look up at the ceiling when you're nervous. um so they had the ER that I worked in at the time. I'll say it was Tampa General Hospital. It's like an hour from me, so there you go. You got my a really big perimeter. um so the thing is like that hospital is really enormous, and like the ER's got like a bunch of sections, and they had this area where it's 20 beds plus another six, and it was like quarantined off. They made ante rooms, which is like, you go in and then it becomes like this mixed room, and then you go into the dirty area, right? So it's an ante room, like a locking thing, like a spaceship, right? Where that kind of thing, decom room. So at one point during this, and this was in 2021, the summer of 2021, when everyone's starting to say, "Oh, everything is fine," um, where we had in the rooms, if you were in a room, you were on a ventilator. We were possibly going to do CPR on you in a few minutes, or you were on like a BiPAP machine, which is like trying to make it so we don't put you on life support. Like you were close to dying, and if you were in the hallway, we had people that had COVID sitting in chairs, like almost like folding chairs with hooks. We had to put those little sticky hooks with IV fluid, Decadron, Motrin, and they didn't bitch at all either because they saw what was going on. Normally in the ER, everybody bitches, right? All the patients and the families, they're all mad at us all the time because we're pulling our hair out. Well, I will tell you that I remember one day, like this one girl had somebody that was going into cardiac arrest multiple times, and she had another guy that was on a ventilator, and you guys might know a little. His blood pressure was really low, really high. I don't remember if it was high or low, but his heart rate was like 240. His oxygen levels were in the 80%, and he just got COVID like symptoms that morning. Like, and she's like, I can't do this. And I'm like, I got this one, you got that one. We're trying to we're trying to like get this guy's heart rate down. And she's doing compressions, and the people are just looking at us, and they're like, nobody's asking me why I didn't medicate somebody, and nobody's bitching about their discharge papers because they're all just sitting there like scared students, like scared out of their minds because they see us running around hoping it's not that. That was just like, and then to hear the doctors on the phone with the loved ones and me on the phone with the loved one saying, I'm sorry you can't come. You know, it was just really rough time.
But you got through it.
And yeah, it was
Yeah.
rough.
So, we touched a little bit on how that time kind of affected how you meet people. Now, until now, you just like me, outside of work, your life was kind of involved in War Dragons, and you basically
Yeah.
met people online. We had an opportunity last year to meet people. You actually came to that meet and greet. Were you nervous before that happened? What were your feelings leading up to that meet and greet, during the meet and greet, and when it was over? How do you find those relationships are now?
So what's weird about it is I wasn't nervous at all. And one would think I would be. I've met many people that I've played games with since I've been divorced. Yeah, I'm divorced, but and I met a bunch of people over the years, but not many from War Dragons. Only like two before this, like three. And I will have to say that it didn't matter who was going to be there or what was going to happen. And this is to you, Peter. I felt like no matter what, if there was some axe murderer coming, I felt like you would make me safe. I felt no matter what, I would be fine because you were there, in all honesty. Like there could have been like some weird people. The only thing that made me nervous is if we went somewhere and some asshole from War Dragons showed up. You know what I mean? Just to, like
Yeah,
that's the only side thing.
because we were
But like
broadcasting everything
yeah.
where we are.
But otherwise, like and yeah, I didn't know some of the people, but I knew enough about a couple of them. You know, I knew enough about people, but I felt comfortable and safe, like sleeping in this house with, you know, five strangers. That because I felt comfortable with you.
Thank you very much. And yeah, that was merch, but we kept them under control.
Yes.
Now, during that trip in Florida, there was a lot that happened there. There were a lot of milestones and stuff like that. One in particular that stands out is the lemon challenge. Now, Randy had suggested let's all do it together. So you, Merch, Ghost, myself, Randy, all of us did that challenge. How was it being able to participate in one of these stupid milestones that I always put myself through?
It was fun. I do wish that I had my old confidence, even if I don't have a high self esteem. I used to still not give a shit about myself. Like, I didn't care about not having a great self esteem. I was extremely outgoing. I wish that I was comfortable just going on camera and being like, fuck it, but I don't really like looking at myself. So, because I would have been in everything, all over the old me. I had fun doing that. That was great to be able to participate in that. I thank you, Randy, for the idea. Thank you for not vomiting upon me. And thank you for making things extra fun. And Peter, you too. I just want to let you know there's probably a lemon tree growing behind where Merch was sitting. Just saying, Merch. But no, we had fun. And it wasn't that bad. It was kind of gross, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I find everybody was okay with it. And Randy, who was sitting beside me conveniently on camera, was literally throwing up in my lap.
He
Um,
was.
we were lucky we had a
Randy
pool
was.
there. Just jump in that after. But he excused himself to vomit during that challenge. But everyone else was fine.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it definitely, that trip in Florida was very memorable. Um,
Yeah.
and thank you for being one of the drivers. I know you, Merch, and Ghost were chaperoning, were the drivers through
When
that
I was
entire
sober.
trip. Yes, and we are grateful for that. Well, I'm grateful for that. Now, right now we are celebrating our 2-year anniversary, our second subathon. We did one in 2022, and this is for 20. We did one in 2023, celebrating the year, and now we're on our second one. You participated and were in both. Tell me how it's different than last year, or how you feel it may be different than last year, and how you feel about the subathon altogether.
So last year, Peter had said to me, "Hey, do these numbers look good to you for the subathon?" And like for times and stuff, I just have to say this. And I was like, I don't fucking know what those numbers mean. With the subs equaling this and equaling that. I'm like, I have no idea, Peter. Sure, whatever you think. But it was interesting to learn. I was learning going into last subathon, and Peter was learning about what a subathon was going to be to him during that process. He is more prepared this year. He knows what to expect. His family's more prepared. Everyone's more excited. They're more in a positive space. Last year they were positive, but they just weren't prepared for like the distance and the planning of like what's going to happen with them, with the family. But I feel like as a community, it was a nice, tight knit little community last year, and it still is, but it's a bigger, tight knit community. And we have all these, but we have like random people that show up that suddenly start sticking around, and they're new to us, and that's awesome. So it's kind of cool because a lot of us are still close, but like it's like the family's growing. You know, it's like the family's growing. It's really cool. But it's much better planned this year. Last year was fly by the seat of your pants with different things like the timers and just anything, even food. You know, like preparing food and beverages and whatnot.
Yeah, I do remember there were 4 streams where we actually went out shopping together, because once we go live, we stay on camera. Even when I'm sleeping, we're on camera. Hey, Gren. So
You can ask how we met.
how did we meet? Yes, that's actually convenient because the person who
That's why.
created that meeting just showed up in chat. So yes, go ahead and tell us how
Absolutely.
we met.
There was this really nice guy named Grendel. Oh, let's not say his name. And he was like super cool, but I didn't know that then. I know that now. He got really drunk in Las Vegas and decided that his team, which is called Project Ghost, was going to attack my team on a castle next door to them when we never hit each other. We were two like enemies that didn't touch each other on shared land. It's just sort of like a thing people do. But he got a little drunk and he decided he was going to attack us. And then this really nice guy, like, oh, this Peter guy seems really nice from this other team, Sky Scorchers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sky Scorchers was, because there's so many Sky ones, was so nice trying to make it all go away. My team was having a lot of fun. And I'm sorry again. But it was a fun time, honestly.
Yeah.
And thank you, Grendel, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have started harassing Peter with all the little Peter things in private all the time. And I probably wouldn't, I may have still got, because of the politics in that game, I may have still come across having to talk to him at some point. But thank you.
Yes.
It was fun.
And now we don't have to worry about that because we're in the same group. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. So I do know that during the subathon, though you're doing a lot more than me in game in War Dragons, but you're spending a lot of your time here.
Yeah.
How are you juggling that? And
I'm not.
You're not.
Sorry, Rebel. Sorry, Deb. Sorry, Nut. And if anybody else is here, and Juan. I'm not doing very well juggling it, but I'm apologizing a lot. I have the game on all the time. I'm just really not
mentally there.
No.
Speaking of games, yesterday you had the opportunity to play a game.
Oh, which one? Lethal Company?
Yes, you played Lethal Company. You played with myself, Boost, and Mad Fusion, where we all...
Oh,
it does an in-game call. When we're close together, we can talk to each other. And it was I almost wanted to. I pictured it being your first game being played ever, and we were playing that. Can you tell me a bit about your experience? Because I know you don't really you watch the games. You spend a lot of time in the streams. You've seen me play them or other people play them, but you have never really been included. You've usually stepped out and said, "I'll watch." Um,
Yeah.
you're the person in the background with the camera, like in Florida. But
Yeah.
how was it actually jumping in? Today we played. You played up with us. Yesterday you played Lethal Company with us. How was it playing those games and adjusting to learn it?
I felt like how I looked on the stream, but I did watch some of that VOD, and I'm still watching it because they're always like, "Jazzy, where's Jazzy?" and they're laughing. I had no idea how to play, so I haven't played on my PlayStation in years. The last thing I played was Burnout Revenge, and like my PS4 has never played a game. Like I've never played a game on my PS4. It's like my PS3 and my PS2. I literally watch Netflix. I don't know why I bought the PS4. I think because of you know what it is, Minecraft and my ex with his kids and stuff. That I played, but like I haven't played with the controller forever. I play a mobile game. War Dragons is a mobile game. So, but I had a lot of fun because I just have to get used to the controls. But I'm pretty used to them. Like, and that one's pretty easy. The controls. I mean, the thing that I just have to adjust. Oh, there's an X. Okay, I have to like look, and it's like not letting me look, and I can't see where I'm going, and don't know. They all have played this, and they're like kind of know their way. And by the end of us playing, when Peter kind of needed to step away because he needed a 10-minute nap, but I actually was like, oh, I know this one. I know this area. I can now go this way and that way. And I was able, my goal last night was to be able to keep up with you guys. And it wasn't until the very end of us playing that I actually really understood what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Now with that game, a lot of these games that you play that are cooperative, that you'll see me do streams where we're like, I'm not racing like we did earlier today with Bear, but games like that game, Lethal Company, it's always better to have someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Now, it leads to all the memeable moments, as we like to call them here on this channel. For example, when you were walking and I was looking at something and I opened up the manhole as you were walking by and you fell down to your death. It leads up to funny moments. And I would argue it's more fun having at least one person who's completely clueless play the game.
Thank you.
It's similar to Played Up today, as frustrating as it was sometimes. It was fun playing because you have people that are confused around you, and you get to comment on it. And as much as we may, tell each other and yell at each other to do certain things, clean the fucking plates or whatever the case is, in the end, it's a game and we're all having fun playing it. Now, you've been here a year and a half in this community. You've been a mod for a year and 3 months, roughly, give or take. What would you say is the most memorable moment? Something that stuck with you that you'll probably never forget throughout the year. Can be multiple things. And what is your favorite and least favorite content on this channel?
Okay, so my first favorite content was my battle with Project Ghost. We called it Operation Project Ghost, Project Halloween. We're giving away an award who got to have the most kills. And that was that time that I talked about. That was a lot of fun, and I was a little clueless with the stream. But we had a lot of fun with that. I definitely had fun Christmas 2 years ago, and Christmas this year. But Christmas 2 years ago, we had like a really cool hype train, and Peter had decided to go live, and I was coming home from my family's, and I didn't have anything to do. And it was really nice to have someplace to be. Same thing this year. And I enjoyed the charity stuff. I enjoy the 2 subathons, of course. I enjoy all the crabs. A lot of it is like the little things, and like even like the little Peterisms, and like the little jokes, the little things like merch and Blackfire and the little things that make us who we are that like some outsider would not have a clue. Like you have to be here for a few minutes to see what the magic is. You have to be here to and like see and understand what the fuck are these crabs about. Don't sell Jazzy. That was fun. I didn't like David because he wanted to fucking kill me off and sell me for a muffler and some freaking scrap metal.
Sell you to cannibals. Just to clarify.
To cannibals.
To cannibals, yes.
Cannibals
They were gonna pay through their nose. Just in his defense,
yeah.
They were gonna pay through their nose for you. Hashtag prostitution.
I was not thrilled about that, and it was like, what the hell is this David person showing up in here trying to sell me? And he was new to the stream, but I was like, all right, it's part of things and it's fun, and it was strategic. But it's all those little bits and the things I call Peterisms. Like he doesn't say certain things or do certain things anymore, which I hate. I shouldn't mention them. Like when he says, let me just say this, or when he does like, much appreciated, like, you know, greatly appreciated, he doesn't say greatly appreciated anymore. And he's self-conscious about it. It's not something to be self-conscious about. It's who you are. It's what makes you who you are. It's all these little things. Just freaking be yourself. And people, you're genuine. And people, but don't stop. Unless it's like something that maybe like could be considered offensive accidentally, but otherwise don't stop being yourself because we poke at something. It's fun, and it's like, you know, the little cute things that people do, like you do, Blackfire does, you know. David's here, he heard me.
Worst case scenario, you can just make clips that are out of context.
I would never do such a thing.
Yes, you would, but you actually did one a couple days ago, which makes it look like I go around the schools to the bottom of kids' desks, scraping off the snot and eating it. Basically, what you're.
It's not snot; it's the gum.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I always really, really, really enjoy is seeing you overcome a challenge, no matter, except for Punch Out. That fucking sucks, David. But anyway, it was great to see you achieve it. But it was tough to live it with you because you were miserable. It's one thing when you're a little miserable but you couldn't even crack a joke. But otherwise, like when you were you were so worried about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a year ago, a little bit less than a year ago. You were worried about Battletoads, which I can understand, but you put your mind to it and you do it. And like, that's one of the things. You're versatile. You have determination, you're disciplined, you are very focused, and you are a little insane sometimes, and that's great, because that's probably where we match. And yeah, but no, it's overcoming those things, and I like being engaged in that struggle and that excitement, like that J guy, the Wings of V guy, I forgot his name. Yeah, that guy.
3,000 deaths, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jazzy, thank you so much for taking time out of your day, out of your modding day to be with us today, because I know you spend all day with us, usually. There's a lot of us here. But is there anything in conclusion that you want to say, whether it be towards me or anyone in chat or any of the visiting people? You've had, viewership jumped up about 10 people right as we started, which is great, which means they're all here probably to see you, not me.
Thank you.
Do you have anything to say?
One is, can you please teach me how to use the yield sign so I could beat you with it? But anyway, in all seriousness, in that game, I couldn't figure out how to do it. But in all seriousness, you guys rock. It's really fun to be able to come here, whether I'm busy doing something else, and leave the stream on. It's fun to be able to listen to Peter and not listen to Blackfire, but get like just everybody joking around, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's just a really, like I said before, it's like a big family, and I thank you all for making me feel part of that. And Peter, thank you. And I want you guys to know, Peter is a genuinely really good person. I know you guys probably know that, right? But thank you, Peter, for being a big supporter of me, especially when I was having a very rough time. So thank you.
It's what family's for. And in this community, guys, regardless of how we met or how you got here, as long as you're part of this community, we are all family and we look after our own. So Jazzy, again, thank you so much. And thank you for all that you do for this community. It's greatly appreciated.
Yay.
I'm just going to switch screens so that we know where to cut the highlight, and then you can stay in the call with me. So
okay.
Thank you for chatting. See you later.
Thanks, everybody.